There is such a revulsion against this regime that if they tried something like that, it would just make us angrier, and we would spit in their face with a loaded gun.
By the way, I agree with you. There is true revulsion now for big government across the board, and it's only intensifying. See, we've been taught by these modern churches and stuff that we're all going to lose and the devil's going to take over. Folks, we don't know where we are in God's plan. We just have to do justice. May the heavens fall. And I'm telling you, I think we can beat these people and take America back. That's why the old line Republicans are panicking, saying, wait, gun control's good, because they understand we're getting ready to sweep them all away.
That's right. They will have done it to themselves. They're as tone deaf as is the president. And it's going to be probably a 2-3 election process. Senate elections may not avail us an opportunity for a few years for all of these guys, but we're making progress. I think we're likely to expand the majority in the House. We may actually get a conservative majority in the Republican caucus.
Well, what's happening is the American people are really turning against the system.
Absolutely. They know the system is not working for them, and so, okay, system, we're going to come and chop you apart.
That's right. Absolutely. The sleeping giant is rising. Larry Pratt, thank you so much for your courage. God bless you.
Thank you for what you're doing with your microphone, my friend.
Thank you. All right, we'll be back with more Defense of the Republic and Liberty. Breaking news. Stay with us. I've told you this for about 6 years because they have these big globalist consortium meetings, and it's all public, that the new software, the operating systems, they've all got internet IDs embedded in them, not just your IP address. And the whole goal of this is when they say in the future you're not a good globalist, you're just going to be banned from the internet. You're going to be banned from travel. You're going to be banned from buying and selling. And then you'll be hunted down and killed, taken to a re-education center and killed. And by the way, that's in all the Army documents. That's public. I mean, I know that sounds crazy. Reality's crazy. You ever studied other countries? What's happening here has happened everywhere over and over again, even the supposed freest countries like England and France in the past, not free now, and it's here. This is new at Infowars.com. We've got to send this to Drudge. This is big news. NSA wants Easy Pass control for the internet. Now imagine the National Security Agency is here telling us what we will do as Americans, openly spying on us. It's incredible, because they've learned if they just get on a stage and announce the crimes, it's like it's okay. Maybe they should have Sandusky to the meeting, and they could have him rape a child on stage or something, and that'll be okay because they did it on stage, By the way, they've hired the head of Penn State to work for Homeland Security now in a secret position. Of course, joining the club, General Keith Alexander, the NSA boss who wants the government to centralize the internet and force users to use a system analogous to Easy Pass, a transponder. And he says when you go down the highway and you go down the Easy Pass lane, what you're doing is sending a code. That system is not looking in your car, reading your email, or intercepting anything. It's just getting that code. Oh, yeah, really? So you can set people up with it and track where you went and then ban you from getting on the web. That's the whole point, you liar. But you're dealing with your enemy, the American people. You work for the bankers. You're an occupation general, a collaborator. In other words, the government should vet all uses with a checkpoint. All you need to pass is the fact of a signature, an IP address in real time, and we can take it from there. Yeah, we know you're already taking it from there, bud. The NSA whistleblowers, more of them came out just last month. Everything's tracked in real time. So I'll say it right now. Proprietary software, microprocessor breakthrough, works 20 times faster than the new programs at... I mean, I can just start putting a bunch of gibberish about patents and stuff out on there. That's what they really care about. They're stealing everything and shipping it offshore. Their job is to make sure America falls. Literally, this government is a pack of scum, a pack of New World Order trying to drown this nation, trying to break us, trying to bring us down. I mean, I'll just say it. People think you do keywords like atomic bomb, New York. That isn't what gets their computers going. They already know where all those are at. They run those. Al-Qaeda operative caught by New York police with CIA package and detonator. Ooh, that'll really get bing-bong today by them. I mean, I could just sit here. We should all just start getting on the phones, just doing it 24/7. Going, we know you're terrorists. We know you're murderers. We know you're killers. We know you hate this country. You're like, man, you're really angry. Yeah, I'm angry. This is all illegal. It's a takeover. I've had enough. Hatred of these people will bring America back. Saying, you're criminals. We know what you're doing. Instead of them just like, okay, we spy on you illegally. What you going to do about it? We've got to call them out. We got to get in their face. We got to stop just putting up with all this. We've got to have an equal response to what they're doing. Not just, oh, yeah, they secretly disappear people and kill them now. Oh, we better do what they say. That way leads slavery. That way leads bondage. We're going to go to Julio Rausseo here in just a moment, but that article is just off the charts because they're now announcing it. Going to Julio Rausseo here in a moment. Here's another one. More law enforcement agencies turning to pre-crime policing. Yeah, run by the former Sandusky boss. Literally, that's where they... There's all these articles where they're hiring all these pedophiles in the schools and everything. I mean, we're just... They're coming. And soon they're going to have drones and robots, the pedophiles are. I mean, it's just... They're incredible cowards. Big Sis says 30,000 drones for law enforcement, public safety. Law experts warn of threat of reasonable suspicion. Yeah, in New York, there's an article I got here in the stack where they're like, we're spying on your license plates, your face, and other secret things. Well, we know what it is. It's just all, and imagine that mobster, Bloomberg, who says you can't have sugar, can't have cigarettes, can't have whatever. Now he wants to make mothers breastfeed because there's been a PR backlash against him. Yeah, you should be breastfeeding. Yeah, formula is abusive to children. The mainline stuff is over 70% corn syrup. I've broken it down on air. It'll be part sugar, part corn. It's over 70. I mean, it's just frying children. But now Bloomberg comes out and says that. It isn't your place, okay? The nanny state kills us and then comes in and tries to save us. It's unbelievable. All right, I'm ranting here, ladies and gentlemen. What they're going to do is the model is going to be the Google NSA model, where if you have a YouTube channel now and they claim you've been copyrighted a few times, they're tagging it to your cell phone, your email, and your database. And people now that are getting banned from YouTube can never get back on, no matter how many IP addresses, how many phone numbers, how many logins, unless they get somebody else to do it. But in the future, somebody else won't set up an account for you because they'll lose it. It's like the IRS says you won't travel outside the country if you haven't paid the Federal Reserve all your money. No judge, no jury. We are unleashing hell on ourselves. And it's time to turn back here. It's time to get nasty about this. And by nasty, I mean look at how nasty this is and disgusting. Really get angry at ourselves for letting it get this far. Let me tell you, I'm not strutting around here at the office feeling like I'm Mr. Tough Guy. I feel pathetic. I feel weak. I know how weak I am compared to my ancestors. I don't feel like I'm doing enough. I know how desperate the situation is, okay? I'm not up here just yelling and screaming at everybody. We're in a lot of trouble here, okay? A lot of trouble. A lot of trouble. A lot. They're 2 inches from going around and starting to just snatch and grab people. They put that stuff on the books because they plan to use it. And they do plan on trying to start a civil war in this country. But because our forebears were smart, smartest the world ever saw, they put Liberty bombs in there that have been ticking and waiting until they were needed. It's like guardians or something, to use a Thor analogy, and they're guarding the, in the throne room, all the weapon systems. And when you step in there, it turns on. And that's what it is. That sleeping giant is awakening. The guardian is awakening. You are that guardian. Your whole life, your whole future, your life isn't about just partying and all that. That's why you're not fulfilled. Because if you just party all day long and you're not balanced, you're not fulfilled, because hedonism will not fulfill you. When we make a special production video that's 10 minutes long and has all the facts, and I know it just totally proves everything we're saying, and I know is going to reach millions of people, there is an intense feeling of total satisfaction that we are helping people and we are unlocking minds and we are helping put more energy into the collective hand, pulling a knife across the carotid arteries of the New World Order. And just collectively, the globalists can feel the spirit of liberty with that knife, and they're going, and they're like, you can't win, you have no power. We're not listening to that anymore. We're collectively pulling, and we're going to pull right through till that whole head comes off, Medusa. You understand that? Your lies are going to be decapitated. The info war is here. And the collective force is just, yeah. You understand that? Just, yeah! Ah! We are not your slaves, you murdering maggots. I understand their weaponized system, how they're brain damaging kids. Let me tell you, I'm in a Walgreens or a CVS. I was in one last night when they were to buy a pad of paper, and I saw on every corner little bottles of water fluoridated for kids with way above what's in the tap water to brain damage them. And I almost just grabbed one and busted it on the floor. That's a normal response to weaponized chemicals to hurt little kids when even the American Medical Association was forced to say people under 5 shouldn't ingest any fluoride. They've had to cut it back and say, don't put it in the water. And I've got a Harvard study with over a dozen studies that it's brain damaging kids. And they say it threatens our whole humanity. Yeah, no kidding. That's the plan. And if you're not outraged by that, something's wrong with you. If you walked in your house one night at 2 a.m. to get a glass of orange juice, and you caught somebody in there putting something in the orange juice or the milk, and you tackled them, and you had your gun or whatever, and got the thing away from them, and it had skull and crossbones on it marked cyanide, you'd be mightily angry, wouldn't you? See, this is a normal response, folks. If you don't feel like this about tyranny, you've had that switch turned off in you. This is normal. This is normal for our species. This is why we're top of the food chain, folks, because we're not putting up with anything. You understand that? Instead, we're the opposite, putting up with anything by a bunch of scum, the lowest of our species. I will not put up with it anymore. I will not, my one time with consciousness on this plane of existence, sit here and go along with this. And that ain't special, folks. You got to stop thinking of what I do as special. You have got to realize it's normal. This is normal. This is normal. I'm going to shut up now and go to Julio, who is a reporter. He's done reporting for Infowars.com. He's done it for We Are Change. We have video of this if you're a radio listener. I'm going to have it reposted at Infowars.com right now as one of the top tiles. And Julio, tell folks your story, because we have the video you shot that got national attention of the TSA at the bus terminals and train stations searching people, setting up checkpoints, grope points. They also tried to tell the George for Title channel out in L.A. he couldn't film, or that they might ask him if he's a terrorist, but he still got the footage. So this is happening everywhere. Right on time, they're rolling out. And then they came and found you days later, and you have tape of that, and you stood your ground, saying you could be a terrorist for taping them. I mean, I'm glad I wasn't there, because I just can't. I just say, you listen here, you scum. Don't try to intimidate me. Move to North Korea. I'll videotape you run your checkpoint anytime you want. What you going to do, put me on a no-fly list? What are you, a felon or something? I bet you're a felon. Go ahead and do something illegal, punk. I am so sick of these people. I don't care anymore. Julio, tell us what happened to you.
Well, Alex, it's a pleasure. I've called so many times as a caller. It's an honor to be on as a guest. Excuse me, I'm a little raspy right now. Back on July 5th, day after Independence Day, I'm getting set to see the stand. I'm Freeze McGee. I take the train into Union Station. I'm from the suburbs of Chicago, and I was shocked. I saw TSA agents in their full uniform, and being an independent reporter, it was just instinctive to take out my cell phone and to start filming and just to see what they were doing. I was kind of in a hurry, but it was, by the grace of God, perfect timing. I got my camera out, and here comes TSA getting set to do the checkpoint. And as you saw in that first video, TSA invades Chicago's Union Station. I mean, literally perfect timing, me filming and the TSA setting their checkpoints. Now, last Wednesday, July 18th, I go back to Union Station to meet with Mike Murphy of Why in the World Are They Spraying? And I see TSA agents again. And I just thought from 2 weeks ago that, TSA's just here, maybe just for